Thus saith the Lord. And he does all that he can to be like his spiritual father, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
That's right.
So we got to do what we
can. Salam, sir.
Just look at y'all for a minute. Wow. We gotta love our people, right?
Yes, sir.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness that there is no God. Sound effects. We okay? Yeah, they wanted me to come out and smoke and all of that. In the name of Almighty God, Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, the one God to whom praise is certainly forever due. We could never thank Almighty God, Allah, enough for all that He has created. We thank God, the one who created the heavens and the earth. We thank Him, that same one God, for sending every prophet, every servant.
Come on.
God. That's right. He sent them in a mighty line of divine. Today I want to thank God, and I think you should too.
Yes, sir.
We want to thank Him for Abraham.
That's right. Come on.
We want to thank Him for Moses.
Yes, sir.
We want to thank Him for that perfect reflection of God ever seen.
Right.
Yes, sir.
In a human being came in the personage of Jesus Christ.
Come on.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Go ahead.
I know, brothers and sisters, our open enemy done lied to you so long that you have drank the Kool-Aid.
Come on.
Somebody told you that the Muslims don't believe in Jesus.
Right.
Wait a minute.
Come on.
In fact, we believe we should live His life.
Right. Come on.
We believe we should hang out where He hung out.
Come on.
He didn't hang out with Hollywood type people. He didn't hang out with scholars.
Right.
Jesus hung out in the project.
Yes, sir. Come on.
The projects of His day was called Nazareth.
That's right.
Huh?
Sir.
And so we thank you for that perfect reflection, because the Christians agree with us that God is a man.
Right. Come on.
They just think He was Jesus Christ. We thank Him for Muhammad.
That's right. Come on. Come on.
That Muhammad, that our foreparents, many of whom, when we came here, in the holds of ships,
Yes, sir.
there was not one Christian on that ship.
Not one.
I'm going to say it again.
Come on. Come on
now.
Yes, sir.
There was not one black person on that ship who claimed to be a Christian. We didn't know nothing about Christianity until we ran into white folks.
That's right.
In fact, Jesus didn't know nothing about Christianity until white folks lied in His name.
In His name.
We love Jesus separate from the lies that's been told of Him.
Yes, sir.
We thank God for these great and wonderful servants of His. But brothers and sisters, can I bring you some good black news?
Yes, sir.
I think we need some good news.
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
The good news is God has not forsaken us.
That's right.
The good news is God promised Abraham that his seed was going to go into bondage. God promised Abraham that your seed in the book of Genesis, in the 15th chapter, he told him, know of a surety that your seed is going to be taken from their land to a what? Strange land. Among some what kind of people?
Strange people. Yes, sir.
I know white folks are not strange to you now, but damn it, they were strange about 600 years ago.
Come on.
Say that again.
They're still kind of strange
Yes,
now.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Very much so.
Then the scriptures say, and they shall serve them, and they will afflict them. For how many years?
400 years.
400 years. I believe Abraham was beginning to look sad. Then God eased his consciousness by saying, that's okay. After that time, I'm coming.
Come on. Go ahead, brother.
That's right.
God promised Abraham that this particular seed who was going to go into bondage in the last day. He said, don't worry about them. I'm going to go after them.
Go ahead. Read the script.
See? So God has been expected to come.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Come on.
I'm here to tell you. I know you've been beat down so much to believe you ain't nothing.
Come on. That's scripture, brother.
Huh?
Teaching, sir.
You've been beat down so much to believe that God wouldn't appear to us.
Come on now.
Huh? If the God of the Bible is the God of all, he don't change his ways.
That's right.
Do you know that any time a people is in bondage, God always either send or raise one from among that people?
Yes, sir.
Always. But God told Abraham, I'm coming. So in the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 5, God said these words, this day hast thou prepared a body that I may enter. Hold on. Here go you Negroes. Y'all so damn stupid. How could God be other than a man, yet claiming he created us in his image?
Common sense.
Wait a minute, God. White people told me you didn't have an image. Well, God said, well, what the hell did I say?
Go ahead. Yes, sir.
All right? He didn't say I'm imageless.
Come on.
He said, I created you in my own what? Image. And after my own what? Likeness. This body is the best of his creation.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Huh? He's the architect of the body.
Yes, sir.
The white man, this is a fascinating piece of equipment.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Huh? He created the sun, moon, the stars, all the animals, all the plant
All
life.
of it.
But he didn't
Come
say
on.
that none of that was the best of his creation.
No, sir.
God is the author of gold and diamond. You might have a diamond on, you put more value in it than God did.
Come on.
Come on now. Good teaching, sir.
I know you're wearing the diamond. I know you got that big rock and you keep right in your face. But that's not your highest value.
No, sir.
The highest value that you have is to possess the Spirit of God.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Come on now. Good teaching, sir.
Because when you have God, you got it all.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
A diamond don't make you. After a while, a diamond when it's disgusting if it's not accompanied by a man with a spirit.
That's right. That's right. Good teaching, sir.
A house ain't a home if ain't nobody there. Didn't you the bad draw try to tell you? We're gonna have fun today.
Yes, sir. Come on now.
Oh, I thank God. For we in the nation of Islam know We don't believe it.
That's right.
We believe
right.
something's
Come on.
wrong with you.
Come on now.
We know
Come on. Sure.
God came.
Yes, sir.
He promised that he would come. So a man showed up July the 4th, 1930, made himself known. His name was Master Fard Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Where did he come from? Jesus told his disciples, remember this now, in the book of John and in the book of Matthew. Jesus said to his disciples, he saw us coming into bondage.
That's right.
Huh? He told his disciples, it's expedient that I what?
Go.
away.
That I what?
Go away.
So that what? So that he, the comforter, can come.
That's right.
Sir.
Wait a minute. Jesus is speaking about somebody else coming.
Come on.
He didn't just say, I'm coming back. He said, so that he, the comforter, can come. The disciples were perplexed. Well, where is he coming from? Then he said, as lightning shine from the east to the west, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be.
That's right.
There it is. Come on.
Well, 2,000 years ago, America was not here. This was all wilderness.
Come on. Come on.
So the disciples were perplexed. Then he said, wherever the eagle is gathered, what is the symbol of America?
Practice.
There the carcass shall be. Huh? So a man came. He came that he could see the condition of his people. And that man, Master Fard Muhammad, when he got to America, he worked in Detroit, Michigan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it was Detroit, Michigan, where he found a Georgia-born black man with a 4th grade education. Taught him night and day. And then turned Elijah Muhammad back to the junk pile made by Caucasians called niggers.
Good teaching, sir.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad started teaching us a thorough knowledge of ourselves, bringing the militant propensity out of the black man and the femininity back into the black woman.
Come on.
He made us unlike our people. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Stand upright.
Yes, sir.
We call each other brother. We call each other sister. We say no nation can rise any higher than its woman.
Yes, sir.
We weren't acting like that.
Come on now.
We were told to respect and protect the black woman.
Yes,
We was
sir.
letting everybody play in our field.
Sir.
Come on, teach.
Huh?
Good teaching,
Not the
sir.
nation.
Yes, sir.
We go out of our way to make our sisters feel good by opening the door for them. Well, you don't open the door for them no more, brother. You pitch. They're opening the door for you.
Come on, bro.
Oh, this Elijah.
Yes, sir.
Good teaching, sir.
That Elijah Muhammad taught a spiritual son night and day. Now this man whom we represent today, just the mentioning of his name put fear in the wickedly wise who are in high places to destroy us.
That's right. That's right.
That man's name is Farrakhan.
Yes, sir.
If you hear the name Farrakhan, you either love him or you hate him.
That's it.
That's right.
Or you got a pseudo problem with him.
Come on now.
Teach on that.
You don't even know why you don't like him. You just pretend you got a problem. Listen at what you say. Well, he okay, but I don't believe everything. You be talking, well, tell me which one, what you don't believe. See, you can get that liar to confess.
Come on.
What does he say that you don't believe? See, you're lying. You ain't heard everything. So, and they're holy and righteous. Let me greet all of you today in greeting words of peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum
Fine,
salam.
sir.
How y'all feeling?
Fine.
Fine, sir.
You hungry?
No, sir.
Hunger for the word, sir. Hunger for knowledge. For the word, sir. Go on now.
This is the holy month of Ramadan.
Yes, sir.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Kareem,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Brothers and sisters, let me first thank student minister Merlin Muhammad. And our student sister minister, Sister Anissa Muhammad. Give them a round. Brothers and sisters, I want to thank the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan for his investment in me.
Yes, sir.
I want to thank him for having the ability to look past your faults,
Yes, sir.
and just work on the best part of you while you are losing the negative effects that this world have had on black, brown, and red people.
Good, brother.
I thank him for his guidance, his instructions. I thank him for walking in the perfect footsteps of every prophet that has ever lived.
Yes, sir.
In my opinion, Minister Farrakhan comes in the volume of the book.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Depending on your angle, he will remind you of every prophet.
Yes, sir.
May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon all these servants his. Brothers and sisters, today I'm going to begin a series on a subject that has literally had me in tears.
Yes, sir.
If I didn't know God was real, not spooky,
Come on.
oh, I thank God for the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who don't teach us of some spooky, non-existent thing that's waiting for you after you die, like you can't have nothing while you live.
Right.
Come on now. Come on now.
Trick. That's a trick.
I thank the Honorable Elijah Muhammad for bringing us back to our original religion.
Yes, sir.
I thank him for letting us know that God is a man. I thank him.
Yes, sir.
I thank him for teaching us who the devil is. The devil is no spirit alone either.
No, sir.
Yes, he is a spirit, but he's got to be inside a human being so you can see the
That's
spirit.
right.
of
Come
him.
on.
Right.
And we know the making, brothers and sisters, of Caucasian people.
Right. Come on.
We know their history. They have never said the nation teach lies.
Yeah.
They just tell you don't come around us.
That's right.
Well, hell, if I knew crap about you,
Think about it.
you would tell other people not to befriend me because I know your mess.
Good teaching, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
If you're a criminal, if you're a liar, and you're a thief, and I know it, and I see you hanging out with people, and I show up, how you gonna feel when you see me? You in there talking, and I just show up like, Have y'all ever walked up on a liar and they see you and you know they lying?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
They can't even talk the same no more. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Brothers and sisters, we know the history of Caucasian people. They won't challenge us. We're begging them for a showdown.
Come on. Come on.
We want the best of their minds, their religious scholars. We want their historians. Sit down with the Nation of Islam. We can prove who you are.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
We, like Jesus said in the book of St. John when he was arguing with Europeans in Palestine. Y'all know who murdered Jesus, right? Because he didn't die natural death. He got murdered.
That's right.
Sometimes Christians tickle me that they act like Jesus died of a natural cause. The man was murdered. Why would you hang out with his murderer?
Come on. Good question. Good question.
Which soldiers grabbed him? Wasn't it the Roman soldiers. No black people Romans.
No, sir.
Come on.
Where is Rome? In Europe.
That's right.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Remember when Jesus told them, I know you. You are of your father, what? The devil.
That is.
Then Jesus went into their history in the book of St. John in the 8th chapter. He said, I know your history. Your father was a liar and a murderer from the beginning.
Come on
He's
now.
giving them their history. So when we do it, y'all get upset with us.
Yeah. Come on.
Good teaching, sir.
White folks ain't never said, they never attacked us. They send you to attack us. Because you are the white man's golden retriever.
Come on now.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Not y'all. Y'all the cool. You have to have some nerve to come to a nation of this.
That's right.
You really didn't come by your own choice. God helped you.
That's right.
He may have
Yes,
used
sir.
somebody, but he got you.
Yes, sir.
There was something for you to hear today.
Yes, sir.
And when I finish today, you're going to be responsible for what I put out there.
Yes, sir.
Either go disprove it or accept it.
Yes, sir.
So, brothers and sisters, I hope I don't break down.
Come on, bro.
Because
Teach hard.
Come on, brother Tony.
we're in trouble.
Yes, sir. We are. That's for real.
That's why I love this prayer.
Yes, sir.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
Come on.
Fear no evil.
I don't know if some of us don't feel no evil. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the what? Shadow of death. I mean, it says shadows, plural, meaning they're coming at you in more than one way.
Sir.
Think about it. Think about it.
But if you got God, see, you feel what? No evil.
That's right,
I'm not
brother
talking
Tony.
about the false God that Caucasian represented to you and I that we grabbed onto and have not even benefited.
Think about it.
If the white man got the real God and a religion called Christianity, why are we still in here?
Come on, brother Tony. Teach it now.
You say you got the right religion, then why ain't you up?
Come on.
Come on, brother Tony.
How many of you think a man who won't treat you right will teach you right?
Come on. Common sense.
Now y'all get, I'm trying to build how I'm about to lay this subject.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Question.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask y'all a question before we get started on my subject. Question.
Yes,
Did
sir.
black people have a religion before we met Caucasian people?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What was it? Don't Muslims make one. What was your religion? Okay. See how that blank came? Okay. That's okay. That's okay. I don't want the Muslims to talk. I don't even want the guests to talk. Just let your mind talk. I hear you. All right. Question.
Yes.
This is to black people, Native Americans, and the so-called brown man. Before Caucasians came into your world, did you have a name?
Yes, sir.
Before your name became Johnson's, Williams, Smith, what was the name of your ancestors who was on the ship?
Say that.
Come on.
Another blank came up.
Say that. Say that again.
Okay, next question. Before you start speaking English ebonically,
Yes, sir.
which was the language of the British who dominated you,
Right. Come
who
on.
enslaved you, what language were you speaking on the ships?
Good question.
Another blank came up. Now we want to get to this subject called mental health.
It's the history, brother.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Come on. You believe white folks care about your mental state of being?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir.
My subject is titled Mental Health.
Yes, sir.
Satan's Trojan horse, which will cause the purging of the black, the brown, and even the poor white.
That's right. Come on, sit direct, brother.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Now, brothers and sisters, I'm going to lay out something over the next 4 to 6 weeks. This subject is so sensitive. We're going to pull the covers off all the enemies, and I'm telling you, some of your enemies are black people.
That's right.
Go ahead, go
Go
ahead.
ahead, Brother Tony. Come on now.
I'm going to show you the black leaders in LA
Come on.
Come on now. Expose them now.
who have joined on with the enemies to rout you to hell.
Expose them now.
Hell yeah, I'm going to expose
That's
them.
right.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Killing us for money and status. I'm going to show you how the church is being manipulated and used by the wickedly wise to destroy us. I hope y'all ready for this.
Yes, sir.
Take it for the ride.
Then I'm going to show you how you are under hypnosis. You done even gave up on your own people.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow. Come on, teach.
Ooh, this devil ain't no joke.
That's it.
Sure is.
So today I may not get into much, but I'm gonna lay the basis for what's about to take place over the next 4 to 6 weeks. You cannot miss this.
No, sir.
In fact, really gonna work this subject to the point to where it really should be taught on TV and over the radio airwaves.
That's right. Come on.
Come on now.
And I hope that when I finish, you help me warn our people.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Mental health. Is it a trick?
Yes, sir.
Psychiatry creates modern racism.
Come on, come on.
Go ahead.
Ooh,
Come on,
I can see y'all ain't ready.
Come on.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Come on, Brother Tony.
What's up, brother?
Okay.
Shake us up.
Class. Hard, brother.
I know y'all think the devil is gonna show up with some red tights on, with a pitchfork
Come on.
and a tail.
Come on, just do that.
I'm gonna try to even lay out the reason why the devil hates people of color.
Come on, Brother Tony.
God told the devil to do something when it came to people of color, and he refused.
Come on, come on.
Right
Teach.
into his attitude.
Come on.
Teach on the book there, brother.
Teach any bliss.
Yes, sir.
And you, as a black people, you got such a beautiful heart,
Sure do.
particularly against your oppressor.
Come on.
We are the only oppressed people who love our oppressors.
Tell me about
Everybody else got the hell away from their oppressors.
it. Native American.
The Jews didn't want nothing to do with integrating with Germany. They said, get the hell out of here.
Come on.
You wanted to be in the white man gang.
Teach.
Sad.
Teach.
He's the original gangster
Yes, sir.
on the planet.
Come on.
And he's done to you what gang members do to other gang members to get them in their gang. He beat them in.
Come on, Brother Tony. Good teaching, sir.
Come on now, don't I have some ex-gang members in here that's still
Come on.
kind of gang members?
Come on.
Everybody here who's an ex-gang member, raise your hand. I don't know why y'all ain't raised. Everybody in here should raise their hand. If you ain't a gang member, you affiliated.
Come on now.
Even the Muslims should have raised their hand.
Good teaching,
Stop
sir.
it, man. I'm going to ask that question again. All ex-gang members raise their hand. All right. Look, to become a Crip or Blood,
Come on, teach.
there's an initiation process in order to take on our mindset. Understand. Oh, but you want to be down with this? I mean, I kind of got them a bit. You know, I've been hanging around.
Come on, Brother Tony.
Then they circle this dude or this girl.
That's right.
And they start beating them.
Come on.
But while they beating them, they're talking. That's called mental implants.
Go ahead.
Then after they get through beating him, then they hug him.
That's right.
But now he gotta choose which gang leader he wanna be like.
Yes, sir.
You follow me? You
Go ahead,
mental
sir.
problem.
Go ahead. Yes, sir.
Come on. Go ahead. Where did he learn that from? Where did the gang members learn to beat you in order to be accepted? Where did the gang members learn the more I beat you, nigga, the more I love you?
Wow.
From that
Come
devil,
on.
sir.
Where did we learn that from? Slavery.
Lay it out. Come on.
Yes, sir.
The more the white man beat us as a slave, the more we felt he loved us, man. I mean, we would work out in the field. We could break out running. We wouldn't even run.
That's right.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Teach on that. Teach on.
He beat us so much that now we have become him.
That's right.
Don't to each other.
The KKK is not a color, it's a mindset. So what is the difference in the mental thinking of a gang and a Klansman?
Not much.
A Klansman hates the black man and a gang member too.
That's right.
A Klan member want to hang and kill a nigga, and so do you. Even in your gangsterdom, you don't even kill white people.
Go ahead and teach.
Come on, Brother Tony. Teach it now. Yes, sir.
I'm just showing you where the devil told you to do your work.
Come on, Black Klansman.
You ain't even an equal opportunity gangster. You a racist gangster.
Come on.
Come on, Brother Tony.
A white mailman can walk right down the block. You don't ask him where he's from. You leave him alone. You give him a. These little white Mormons is all in your neighborhood. You don't stop them and ask them nothing. They skateboarding and giving you Bible.
Good teaching, Brother Tony.
Don't get mad.
Come on.
Think.
Yes, sir.
I'm not blaming you. I'm just showing you what's been done to us, and then I'm hoping I can get up under all that dirt that the white man laid on you in forms of ideas and reach the God in you today.
Come on, John.
Mental health. Is it a trick? Psychiatry creates what? Now, is this thing on the way y'all can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you move this microphone? Now, we got to talk about these people.
Sir.
This group.
Matches.
Y'all think that's a medical field, huh?
Yes, sir.
I'm not talking about you smart ones. We're going to go into the history of psychiatry. Jesus in the New Testament, thank you. Jesus, Lord, Jesus.
Talk to him, dude.
All right, y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
Jesus in the New Testament, if you look at his teachings, Jesus' teachings was dealing mostly with the mind.
That's right. That's right.
Look at what Jesus said to his followers. He was doing such an outstanding job. He said to them that this same mind that's in me can what?
Be in you.
Be in you. Right?
Yes, sir.
Jesus said, be ye renewed. Right?
Yes, sir.
Be ye transformed by what? The renewing of your what? Your mind. By the renewing of your what? Mind. Question, what kind of mind do you have right now? In fact, the mind that you have, who gave it to you?
Good question. Yes, sir.
If I had to say what manufacturing plant you from, what would you say? You made in America. If you grew up in France, you made in France.
Yes, sir.
Whoever have dominated you have also deposited a certain kind of mind inside of you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And if you was the devil is a trickster, and the devil always comes in the name of help to hurt.
Come on now. Good teaching, Brother Tony.
The Holy Quran says that the devil will act like he's a sincere advisor.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because you got such a good heart. You don't have a good heart when it comes to black people. You don't trust that. You can't stand that.
That's right.
No, really. We treat each other like white man. I ain't trust no nigga, please.
Right. Come on.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
So if you were Satan, which discipline in the world would you get in order to wipe people out?
Wow. Good question. Yes, sir.
I'm going to show you the scriptures in the Holy Quran where Allah warned us, take not your doctors, Allah, or your monks as a God beside God.
Yes,
you be
sir.
careful of these people calling themselves doctors. Like they can heal. And that's why I want to go into this field, psychiatry. Nobody knew nothing about this until Hitler came around.
Good teaching, sir.
Mastermind.
The United States talked about Hitler, but they supported Hitler's ideas. And when Germany fell, the American government, the CIA in particular, wanted to get the psychiatrists out of Germany to show us how to manipulate the minds of the American people.
True.
Good teaching, sir. Come on, Brother Tony. Good teaching, sir. Yes, sir.
Hitler had the people's mind. Come on. Who's got yours? I know us, man. I ain't nobody telling me what to do. I got my own mind. You a lie.
Come on.
Something stimulates you. Some school of thought stimulates you.
Come on.
Somebody led you to drinking. You didn't just do that on your own. Somebody introduced to you. Somebody lied to you and told you you're going to feel good.
That's true.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Brothers and sisters, we're going to deal. And over the next few weeks, here's what we're going to be touching on. Because this field of psychiatry and psychiatrists is so diabolical that in the late 1930s, early 1940s, did you know that psychiatry was not even in a medical field?
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Teach it, Brother Tony.
They tricked the American Medical Association and they talked them into putting psychiatry, which is actually a cult,
Come on.
Teach it now.
and put it in the medical field. And then they come up with labels of mental disorders. And then they call them diseases.
Okay, if somebody tell you have a disease, they are supposed to show you the germ associated with that disease.
That's right. That's right. Come on.
And a germ can be viewed up under a microscope.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Follow me, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Psychiatrists never show you no germ.
No.
They're just into labeling. And once they label, they send it off to every school of thought. And every school of thought push that label on the people.
That's right.
Sir.
Oh my God. If Jesus said these words, let that same mind that's in me be in you, what would Satan say? We better block that mind.
Go ahead.
Come on. Teach.
What was the first command given to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him? The first command to him was what? Read.
That's it. Name of your Lord. Come on.
And when you look up the definition of the word read, it means take on the mind of. I'm going to show you what the psychiatrists are the one who took religion out of schools.
Understand.
Good teaching, sir. Come on, Brother
Right
Tony.
now, the psychiatrists have manipulated to say that the school have more parental rights than parents.
Wow. Come on.
I remember one day my son came home all proud. I don't know why he was so damn happy with a note. Dad, today they taught me in school, you know how you be yelling at me? I said, yeah. He said, well, according, that's abuse. I said, where you get that from? Well, here's a list of things that you and mommy be doing that it's abuse, and we can call the police. I said, I'm going to take you up to school. I'm going to beat you right in front of them. I'm going to show you what.
Go ahead.
I'm going to show you they have taken it from you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to show you how this cult use questionnaires to get your children to lose their morals.
Wicked.
I'm going to show you the questionnaires on how this cult is just like the serpent in the book of Genesis. Because the psychiatrist, I'm going to give you his name.
Go ahead.
They wanted to take away children's rationale to know good from evil.
Dangerous.
So, for the next few weeks,
Come on, Brother Tony.
starting the first week, we're going to give you the brief history of psychiatric racism. Then we're going to go into how psychiatry eradicates values and ruined education. Then we're going to show you special education was another trick created by Satan to get us back on the plantation.
Come on. That's what they doing, too.
They start labeling, and let me tell you, in all of this, guess who was the target? The black male. I'm going to say it again. Guess who was the target? The black male.
Good teaching, sir.
They came up with a label called mentally retarded. They would give you a test created by a Jew
Go ahead.
who in their minds, remember I just taught on the Jews and how many of them believe we are monkeys and subhuman anyway.
Right.
How they devised a test called the Scholastic Aptitude Test.
German did this, right?
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
And then when you would take it and you didn't score well, they say you was retarded.
Yeah.
And they sent you into special education. Then we're going to go into psychiatry produces a time bomb waiting to explode by using mind-altering drugs. That some of you are on right now.
That's right. That's true, brother.
Come on, Brother Tony. Keep it real.
He legalized weed. You don't know what the hell you're saying.
Come on.
See, when I smoked weed, we grew it. They ran us out of business, didn't they? Then a white man got weed and he done put a cross on it. Come on. He made the symbol for weed the same cross he put Jesus on.
Come on, Brother Tony. Keep it real. Good teaching, sir.
When you run into the weed shop, you swear you in heaven. He put a religious symbol on your smoke.
You know what he's doing?
Then I'm going to show you how controlling school children and tracking them for the rest of their life. Then we're going to talk about how do we save.
Yes, sir.
All right now.
Come on, Brother Tony.
Now, remember what my subject is. Mental health. Do you hear all these commercials about mental health now?
Yes,
They're using the athletes about mental health. Hell, if you didn't have no job, you'd be crazy.
Come on.
Now, let me ask y'all a question.
Yes.
Sis, if you had a son, he's 15 years old, he comes back from school, and he forgets his name. He don't even know who you are. He don't know nothing no more. He's suffering from what? Amnesia.
Yes, sir.
He is. Now, that means something mentally is wrong with him. Because you the mama, you created, he came out of your womb. How would you think God, who is our creator, come to America and see us in somebody else's name?
Come on, come on.
Somebody else's language, and you run around like you English. And then he start trying to tell you who you are, you're going to reject it.
Yes.
That's right, that's right.
I ain't no African. Ooh, you hate that continent? Why do you hate that continent? White folks hate it.
That's right.
You done took on that. Remember, they beat you in.
Right.
Good teaching,
So
Brother
you take on
Tony.
the same attitude towards things that they do.
Good teaching.
Ain't that something?
Yes, sir.
You got their name, be honest. You got their language. You're in their culture. Oh. Trojan. Mental health is a Trojan horse.
Come on, teach on that.
Huh? You saw the movie called Troy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And how one of the generals sent a gift to the city of Troy, and the king took the gift, the food didn't look inside the horse.
No, he didn't.
Let's look up the word Trojan. A hollow wooden statue of a horse in which the Greeks concealed themselves in order to enter Troy. They did what? They concealed themselves. What is mental health concealing? I'm going to show you. A person or thing intended secretly to undermine or bring about a downfall of an enemy or opponent.
Oh, yes, sir.
To bring about an enemy. What denotes an enemy? Let me ask y'all a question.
Yes, yes.
Everything in nature has a natural enemy.
That's right. That's
I'm
right.
going to say that again.
Come on.
Everything walking or that's alive have a what? Talk with me. I want y'all to participate.
Good teaching, sir.
Everything that has life has a what kind of enemy? Natural enemy. Right? Any motion or movement have a what? Natural enemy.
That's right.
The natural enemy of up is what?
Down.
The natural enemy of over there is what?
Over here.
What is the natural enemy of sitting? Standing. What is the natural enemy of an ant? Ant eating.
That's right.
What is the natural enemy of a chicken? A chicken hawk. You can't ask no chicken hawk to be talking about give that thing equal justice.
Come on.
Huh? Y'all with me?
Yes, sir.
The natural enemy of black.
Right. Yes, sir. Kind of quiet.
Yeah, y'all kind of hesitate.
Yeah.
Kind of scared. So what makes you think you can get justice from your natural enemy?
Good question.
Do you know what you need from your natural enemy? Separation.
Separation. That's right.
Yes.
my natural enemy, I would be scared to go to sleep. Right?
Yes, sir.
Trojan horse, a program designed to breach the security of a computer system while ostensibly performing some innocuous function. That's what a Trojan horse is. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan taught us from the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad the science of cause and effect.
That's right.
We see homelessness downtown now, right?
Yes, sir.
70,000 black men homeless.
Witness.
The largest homeless population in LA is the black man.
Sir.
Right.
In the world.
Then followed by him is the black woman.
Yes, sir.
Good teaching, sir.
It's amazing.
Yes, sir.
But when you see it, you can say, oh my God, that's madness. But the question becomes, what caused it?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let's go to the prison population.
Come on.
Come on now. Good teaching,
70%
sir.
of all prisoners are what men?
Black men.
But we only make up 6% of the American population. How the hell did we become 70% of those incarcerated? What caused that?
Come on.
Come on, Brother
Think
Tony.
about
Are
it.
you with me now?
Yes, sir. Tell it like it is.
I'm going to do my best, brother.
Yes, sir.
Just want to get some definitions out of the way.
Come on, brother.
You understand what the Trojan horse is? Right?
Yes, sir.
So when you hear mental health and then they parade your top athletes. Yeah, I'm crazy. I got a mental health problem, but I went to my psychiatrist. Oh, Lord. Satan sitting right next to it. I'm going to show you that there's no such thing as attention deficit disorder.
That's right.
That's right.
Come on. Come on.
They're lying to you. Your boy is a born warrior. He can't be still. Ain't nothing wrong with him. You just lazy. A lazy mama shouldn't have children.
Come on. Come on.
He shouldn't can't be still because he's intelligent. He's around dumb people. His mind is so fast, he don't want to hear all that. Mary had a little lamb crap.
Come on now.
Some of you tell me, be still, sit down, don't move. Stop running can't-haves on your children. They're exploring, they want to know everything, they're touching everything. Walk with them and tell them what it is. Your lazy behind. Sitting at home watching and being re-stimulated by housewives.
Come on. Come on.
That madness. Why would you look at that?
Come on, Brother Tony. Come on, Brother Tony. Come on, Brother Tony. Yes, sir.
And you sitting there being hypnotized.
Go ahead.
Come on, Brother Tony.
Nigga cheating on me, I'll take what I did.
Go ahead, MC.
Men don't work home. When we walk home, you got attitude. Maybe what the hell wrong with you? Nigga, I tell you, you better not help. What the hell is that coming?
Come on, Brother Tony.
I ain't hearing nothing. Damn TV, brother. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad warned us, and I'm going to show you where a top scientist, psychiatrist said how they were going to use the television to destroy the mental state of being of the American people.
Doing a good job.
Today. I hope I live through this.
You will. You will, sir. You will.
Purge. You know, brothers and sisters, purging. Why are they bringing the movie out?
Think about it.
There's already been 2 versions.
Three versions.
See, that's them real. See, y'all crazy. It's been 3 versions already. And then they about to bring up the original one. Now, in the original purge, they're showing you that it was pointed at the black man. Why? See, the minister said this. The devil don't put out no movie by coincidence. Right. He put out a movie because he has that as an idea.
Yes,
right.
sir. Listening to mind. Yes, sir.
Ooh. Y'all didn't know you were coming in here nothing like this. Go ahead.
Come on, bro, Tony. Come on, bro, Tony.
Then I'm going to give you some biblical references that bore witness that God saw this enemy doing this to us. Purge, to rid of whatever is impure or undesirable. Cleanse, purify. Remember now, to rid. Rid means get rid of it. Take it out.
Sir.
Are we being ridded?
Come on.
2, to rid, clear, or free, usually followed by of or from, to purge a political party or disloyal members. 3rd definition, to clear of imputed guilt or ritual uncleanliness. 4th definition, to clear away or wipe out legally. An offense, accusation by atonement or other suitable action. 5th definition, to remove by cleansing or purifying, often followed by a way off or get out. 6, to clear or empty the bowels by causing evacuation. 7, to cause evacuation of the bowels of a person. 8, to put to death. Come on. Or otherwise eliminate.
Genocide.
Undesirable, unwanted members from a political organization, government, or nation.
Come on, bro, Tony.
Come on. Purge. When you're at home playing a video game that's with shooting in it, these video games are so live, it's almost so real that you got a 4-year-old blowing their head off and laughing and the blood everywhere. Yeah. What do you think that's doing to the mental state of that child? It's telling that child it's all right to blow a nigga head off.
That's right. That's right.
It's getting him used to seeing blood already, so when he see it, it don't bother him.
Right.
That's right. Come on, paint the picture, brother.
Good teaching, bro, Tony.
A video game now where they car chasing and they raping women and they laughing. They playing a game. They raping women.
Come on.
And you wonder why men can't control their sexual appetite. They got an implant.
Come on. Come on.
Good teaching, sir.
Wake us up. Teach you good.
They're not looking at your mind no more. They're looking at what you showing them. Your behind. And you flopping it all over the place. But yet you think that shouldn't bother nobody. I should be free. See, there's a cause and what? I always tell my daughter, okay, you walking out like that? You're in a cause something.
That's right.
That's
Go ahead.
right.
Go ahead.
Good teaching,
I
sir.
just want you to be ready for it. Don't call me when they call you a hoe. Do not just call me. I said, what did I tell you before I left? You left the house. You think I ain't a man?
Come on, brother. Good teaching.
We don't pay no sister no respect that show us everything. All we want to do is do it. And then after we finish, throw away.
Keep
Go
it
ahead.
real.
The goody two shoes girl we want to marry.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Come on, bro, Tony. Good teaching, sir.
You on it, LT.
Tell it like it is.
cause and effect.
That's right.
I can prove it. I can prove the way you carry yourself. It also speaks to a person's mind.
Yes, sir. That's real.
I can take a member, a sister of the Nation of Islam, and you can give me a little sister who loves to expose herself. I can go to the worst corner of Los Angeles, and I can send a sister who exposed herself down through them cats shooting crap. And she got everything showing, and guess what they gonna say to her when she walks out? Ooh, look at this.
That's right.
That's right.
You must want to give niggas some. And then they grab at you. Stop it, stop it.
Come on, bro, Brother Tony.
Cause then I can take a sister from the nation, send her down that same cool.
Come on, come
Come
on.
on now.
He'll stop the crap game. Get out of the way, brother. Hold up, homie, hold up. Go ahead, sister, select sister, slime. That's right. I can prove it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Which response would you want? You'll be surprised at how many sisters wanted the first response.
Come on.
You ain't lying.
Those are rape victims
You teaching. That's teaching.
who have been taken advantage of by some no good man.
That's right. That's right.
So they have become their bodies.
Yeah.
Boy, I need to get out of that. You're going to hear of a term called eugenics. Eugenics comes out of the Hitler movement.
Right.
Eugenics means the science of improving a human population by controlled breeding to increase the occurrence of desirable, heritable characteristics developed largely by Francis Galton as a method of improving the human race. It fell into disfavor only after the perversion of its doctrines by the Nazis. Y'all follow me?
Yes, sir.
Now, as I go through this series, here are some of the scriptures I want you to walk with me with. I want you to put this scripture in your mind because everything we're going through, God saw it.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
In the book of Jeremiah, what book?
Jeremiah.
In the 11th chapter, 19th verse, God is giving a scene. Look at what God said. But I was like a lamb or an ox that is brought to what? Slaughter.
Yes, sir.
Look at this. And I knew not that they had devised
Right.
what? Against me. See, first of all, he said, I didn't know. Mental health.
That's right. That's right.
Now they act like they care. But I was like a lamb or an ox that is brought to slaughter. And I knew not that they had devised devices against me, saying,
That's
let us
the
destroy the tree with the fruit thereof.
Yes, sir.
Destroy what tree? You.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Come on, Brother
You
Tony.
carry the seed.
That's right.
You the tree that brings it through. And that white man been contaminating your uterus ever since you've been in America.
On the way.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, I'm gonna go into something. I'm gonna go into these pap smears.
Come on, Brother Tony. Come on, Brother Tony.
Show you what's being put in you.
Come on, Brother Tony.
And how you don't even know the doctor, but yet he can get places that the dude been courting you can't get to.
Go ahead,
Come on, Brother Tony. Keep
And
it
you
real.
just trust him because he got a badge on that said PhD. You walk in, he said, okay, take that off, put that on, put your leg in this stirrup, I'll be right back.
With what?
That's right. That's right.
Let me get out of there.
Go ahead.
Well, you the same, brother. You've been over.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
He's hard, brother.
Go ahead.
Get your cancer test and he put it up and he can tell you to cough. Let us destroy what? The tree with the fruit thereof, and let us cut him off from the land of the what?
Living.
Come on, brothers and sisters, walk with me. Cut him off from the land of the what?
Living.
When you see our people, man, talking to themselves.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Come on, Brother Tony.
I mean, man, I was in Compton yesterday at a grocery store, and there was a sister at the counter. She had to be about 9 people. I'm serious. And the cashier, they knew her, but I was shocked. She was sitting there, you motherfucking these bitches. Shut up. Nobody was saying nothing. I'm like, who's she talking to? Then she changed the conversation. What you say? You better never come on my house. I'll whoop your mother. I'm like, damn. Then she said, who that? You better not be stealing my money. I'm like, wow. Then when the lady got the wig, she said, ma'am, you should change. She said, thank you, babe. I said, God. She was about 9 people.
That's real. That's real.
See it every day.
Come on.
Listen, man.
Come on.
Sir.
This is going to be hard, man. You're not playing with us.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
I mean, it's crazy.
Come on, Brother
Cut
Tony.
them off from the land of the what?
Living.
That is what? Name. May be no more remember. They did this by bringing us into slavery, and they took from us our name. We don't remember it. You don't remember your religion. You don't remember your culture.
That's right. That's right.
That's why you ain't even got an area of LA that remind you of where you from. Every other ethnicity got an area that's called by their country.
Come on.
Little Bangladesh.
Because you've already been cut off.
Go ahead and teach.
Good teaching,
You've
sir.
been what?
Destroyed.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Remember that scripture. Remember that scripture. What time is it getting to be?
12:51.
Y'all got 10 more minutes?
Yes, sir.
Come on, Brother Tony.
Yeah.
Where we going? You cheer me on, right? Okay. I said that's over. Listen, I almost was about to leave with you, Brother Tony. I love y'all, man. I love y'all.
Love you, brother minister.
That's like us, brother.
Yes, sir.
Now, we're dealing with a mindset. I'm going to show you the mind of people in high places that are wicked. This comes from the book of what?
Exodus.
Exodus. Exodus came at a time when Moses was teaching
You got
slaves.
it. You got it. You got it. Don't worry about
And he
it.
was telling them to get the hell away from Pharaoh.
That's right. That's right.
Moses was saying, God told me to tell you, let my people what?
Go.
Because they had been in bondage in Egypt for 400 years. God didn't want integration.
That's right.
But the people that Moses was trying to get didn't want to get away from Pharaoh. Just like you don't want to get away from Trump now.
Come on.
Come on, Brother Tony. Come on now. Bring it real. Trump.
Look at the mind now. Here's a mindset of the Pharaoh. Come on, let us what?
Deal wisely.
Deal what?
Wisely.
Wisely, another word for this type of wisely, this type of adjective is to deal secretly, to deal trickery, to deceive them.
That's right. That's right.
Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they do what? Multiply. Somebody been trying to stop us from doing what?
Multiply.
When was birth control introduced to you?
Good question. Good question.
Lest they do what? Multiply. And it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us. And so get them up out of the land. Therefore, they did set over them what? To do what? To afflict them with their burdens. And they built for Pharaoh treasured cities. Yeah. What taskmasters have been placed over you? The Department of Psychiatry.
That's right.
We're going into whole mental health piece. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. And they were grieved because of the children of Israel. See? Then Pharaoh said, kill all what babies?
Male.
Kill the male and do what to the female? Spare the female.
Yes, sir.
Think about it.
Sister, where's the black man?
Modern Pharaoh.
It's 70,000 downtown.
Come on, brother Tony. Teach it now.
That's who they can count.
That's right.
You know ain't no niggas lined up so they can count.
Go ahead.
It's homeless people all over the place.
That's for real.
They're on the bridges, man.
That's
When you
for
ride,
real.
it's like, and some of them, man, they got tents, and you go in them damn tents, man, them damn things look good. They got a TV, they got an iPhone, like where y'all get all of this?
They eating steak.
They are paying them to be non-productive.
Yes, sir.
Yes, they are.
Real teaching,
Now,
sir.
I'm going to show you some lessons. You might not be able to see this, but in the Nation of Islam, we were given lessons by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad from Master Farad Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
And in this lesson, this is lesson number 4 out of lesson number 1. Why did we run Yaqub and his main devils from the roof of civilization over the hot desert into the caves of West Asia, as they now call it Europe? What is the meaning of EU and Europe? How long ago? What did the devil bring with him, and what kind of life did he live? And how long before Moses or Musa came to teach the devil the forgotten what?
Yes, he did.
We ran them from among us because they what? They started making trouble among the righteous. Telling lies. Telling
Lies.
They accused the righteous people, causing them to fight and kill who?
One another.
Yes, he did.
Something right now.
Is this happening to us?
Yes, sir.
Yaqub was an original black man and was the father of the devil, Caucasian people.
That's right.
He taught the devils to do this devilishment. The root of civilization is in Arabia at the holy city Mecca, which means where wisdom and knowledge of the original man first started, when the planet was found. We ran the devils over the Arabian desert. White folks know this.
That's right.
Sir.
They call themselves Masons.
Go ahead.
We ran the devils over the Arabian desert. We took from them everything except the language and made him walk every step of the way. It was 2,200 miles. He went what? Savage. And lived in the caves of Europe. EU means hillsides, and the rope is a rope to bind in. It was what? 6,019 years ago. Guess who came and got him? Musa came 2,000 years later and taught him how to live a respectful life, how to build a home for himself, and some of the tricknology that Yaqub taught him, which was devilishment, telling lies, stealing, and how to master the original man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
I want you to think with that as we go. I'm going to close on these 2 devils.
That's right. Go ahead.
Come on, brother Tony.
They tell what?
Lies.
Dr. Benjamin Rush
Yes, sir.
is the father of psychiatry.
Okay.
This devil
Go ahead.
told a lie. He was also an abolitionist.
Come on. Come on.
Yes, sir.
But remember, and I'm going to show you next week, he also thought that black people was a curse of Ham.
Curse of Ham.
The curse of Ham story started from the Jewish rabbinical scholars.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The Jews had went throughout the world telling the world in the 1200s that black people was like animals and subhuman. See, before somebody can hurt you, you have to devalue that which you are about to hurt.
Wow.
You demonize them, you make them subhuman.
Yes, sir.
Then you can mistreat them. In this series, I'm going to show you where psychiatrists put black people in zoos.
Good teaching, sir.
In the early 1900s in New York in 1930, black people was behind in a zoo.
Yes, sir.
Did y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Just like they go see a giraffe and they go see a lion, they go and see a nigger. Woo.
Good teaching, sir.
Go ahead.
You gotta know the kind of people you dealing with because they done put us to sleep.
Come on.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
A brief history.
Read this.
African Americans and people of color have been a particular target of the mental health profession. Have been a what? Target of the mental health profession, beginning with the father of American psychiatry, Benjamin Rush. Although Rush was an abolitionist and opposed slavery, he introduced a different form of slavery by declaring in 1792 that blacks suffered from a medical disease. Here them crackers go. Derived from leprosy called negritude. Believed that just as leopards needed to be segregated for their own good, blacks needed to prevent the spread of their disease. A former slave named Henry Ross experienced a spontaneous cure of this disease. Rush said that when his skin pigmentation started to turn white, until recently, Rush's face still adorned the official logo of the American Psychiatric Association. So this man has said, you ever seen a black person, part of their skin is white?
Sir. Yes, sir.
White people were saying that the psychiatrist said that black person was being cured. That's a cure. Y'all follow me?
Yes, sir.
By redefining racism, in a medical term, prominent physicians could justify enslavement because Africans were sick, and as such, whites were helping them. Even earlier than Rush, in 1851, Dr. Samuel A. Cartwright from Louisiana claimed the existence of two disorders in black people. One was called drapetomania. Dreptus means a runaway slave, and mania meaning mad and crazy. Meaning that if you was a runaway slave, you had a mental disorder. You know, white folks don't like it when you run from them. Ask Trayvon Martin.
Yeah.
His only crime was running.
That's it.
What was my brother in St. Louis?
Mike Brown.
Mike Brown. What did he do? He ran. Shot him in the back. That was a mental disorder called what? Drapetomania. During the 19th century, the mental health of African Americans was closely tied to the legal status of free men or slaves. Those who lived in free states, or those who were slaves and publicly exhibited a desire to be free, were considered to be at risk of being insane. Look, y'all didn't hear that. If you desired to be free, you was considered to be what? Insane. Okay, check you out. If you desire, I don't want to live in America, how would other people look at you as being what? Insane. You don't even want to leave. That proves the point. You don't want to have nothing to do with Africa. You so mentally insane that the moment you get a trip, the first place you go is Paris.
Good teaching, sir. Good teaching, sir.
Where you want to go, black man? Paris. But
Europe.
they speak French over there. Oh. Never say Africa.
Never.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
This meant that enslavement was necessary for their own betterment. One of the U.S. senators influenced by this nonsense declared in 1841, the African is incapable of self-care and sinks into lunacy under the burden of freedom. It is a mercy to give him the guardianship and protection from mental death. This is what they think about you in mental health.
That's right.
See, when you are racist and you practice racism, it's in every school of thought.
That's right.
I'm going to close. This is your boy Samuel Cartwright. Look at this. Here's that drapetomania. What is drapetomania?
Insanity.
Drapetomania. This is what any slave that ran in slavery, like Kunta Kinte, they said he had a mental problem. He suffered from drapetomania. Drapetomania, run away, and mania means mad and crazy. Look at the cure. Here's what the cure is. He said the treatment was whipping the devil out of them.
Wow.
When you run from white people, do you know in slavery,
Wow.
under the Jim Crow laws, that a black man do not supposed to run in a white community? That was against the law.
That's right. That's right.
Wow.
I'm serious. I tell you what, if you don't believe me, we can go to the richest white area in Orange County
Go ahead. Go ahead.
and let you out. You just take off running. Full sprint. White folks gonna be on their phone calling who? Don't call it slave catcher.
Come on. Come on.
Nigga must have done. He's running.
Real.
Do you know in slavery, if a 7-year-old white boy called an 80-year-old black man, that black man have to come to that white boy.
That's the truth.
And the 80-year-old have to say sir to the 7-year-old. He couldn't look down on him. He had to get on his knees. Y'all done forgot all of this?
That's right.
Oh, sir.
So, here's the surah I was telling you about. These attitudes take their doctors of law and their monks for lords besides Allah.
Man.
See, this is what has happened in this whole mental field. I close on this. Young Elijah Muhammad gave us a lesson. He said in Lost Found lesson number 1, why does the devil keep our people what?
Illiterate.
Answer. So that he can use them for what?
Two.
And also what?
Slave.
He keeps them blind to themselves so that he can what? Illiterate means what?
Illiterate.
That's our mental problem.
Yes, sir.
Teach,
Next
sir.
week, come back.
We will.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go further into this in the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, and the 60s. I'm going to show you that the psychiatrists call everybody who participates. That's right, brother. I'm going to show you the pharmaceutical industry, how Obama was used by giving you Obamacare when 60 to 70% of Obamacare is mental health.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Deep teaching, sir.
I'm going to show you when Margaret Lee Thomas, some of our city council people have drank the Kool-Aid and have built mental hospitals in New York, in Compton.
Yes, sir.
Coming after us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you come back next week
Yes, sir.
We will, sir.
and we're going to do part 2 on mental health, Satan's Trojan horse for the purging of the black, the brown, and even poor whites.
Yes, sir.
Then I'm going to show you what mental problem you really got.
Thank you.
And I'm going to show you where your mental problem started. Oh, it's about to get heavy.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
As I was studying this, and I'm going to show you video footage of how, sister, now they're using electric shocks
Yes, sir.
to shock your children's brain. I'm going to show you where these vaccines got you. Don't you get your children vaccinated.
That's right.
I'm going to show it to you one more time. The minister sent me all over the country
That's
to
right.
warn black women
That's right.
that the vaccines, there's a scientist who is admitting that the MMR, the vitamin K, all of these vaccines give black boys mental disorders and causes them to lean towards being violent. This is real.
Yes, sir.
So I'm watching this advertisement around mental health, and now they're putting our children on pills. I'm going to show you that 98% of all of the shooters in these schools, the man who shot everybody up in Vegas, was all under the care of psychiatrists.
That's right.
Wow.
Good
I'm
teaching.
talking about that.
Sir.
Oh, I thank you, Lord.
That's right.
Yes,
For a
sir.
leader like Minister Farr.
That's
Yes, sir.
Then you're going to double back to the scripture because your problem is not mental. You know what your problem is? Spiritual.
True.
Yes,
Sir. Good teaching, sir.
Come on, let us cut them what? Off. What did you get cut off from? God.
Come on, come on.
Then he gave you a false God.
That's right.
You ain't benefited since it's a Christian church all up and down this
All
damn
up and
street.
down.
They ain't stopped not one shooting.
No, sir. No, sir.
That's the truth.
I ain't never seen gang members stop banging when a Christian walk up, but I watch them change when we
Yes.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Now there's something about the nation that the brothers respect. Not that we some gangster than them. They can feel our love.
That's
Right.
They can feel we different, man. These brothers right here, we call them brother.
Yes, sir.
sir.
Huh?
That's right, sir.
Minister Farrakhan is the only black leader that his followers can be identified.
Yes,
Come on.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Keep it real.
And they hate him. Because we didn't fall for the mental health trick. In fact, Farrakhan fixed us. We got our mind back.
That's right. Go
How
ahead.
did you get your mind back? I went back into the religion he took from my mama.
That's right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Say that again.
How did you get your mind back? I gave that cracker back his last name. My last name used to be Dixon.
Come on.
Go ahead.
I'm Muhammad now.
That's
That's right.
Or I'm Tony X. I'd rather be an X than to have the white man.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's right.
So I thank you, brothers and sisters. Come back next week.
Yes,
You
sir.
will, sir.
Show you Medicare, mental health is working hand in hand with the pharmaceutical industry to chemically destroy the black community.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, may Allah bless you as I go through
Give us salam, sir. Thank you, sir.
I like doing PowerPoints because you can see what I'm saying.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We love
I got
it,
some
sir.
heavy stuff when I start showing you pictures of mental institutions. When I start showing you what they're doing to the black male prisoners.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm going to show you how Satan, how you're wearing the mark of Satan and you don't even know it. It's in your forehead.
Yes, sir.
And it's in your hand.
Key.
They're putting implants. I'm going to show you where this started. That the homies go off and come back docile. They got implants. They walking around. They are getting paid. You ever seen a commercial where they got this pill, we'll pay you?
Wow.
Teach us, sir.
Tell the truth.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to show you how they created this environment of joblessness among black men, but yet now putting pressure on him. He still want to have sex. He's still having babies, but yet he is not being responsible for the baby. So now they create a law to put you in a position where you are lining up like sheep going to slaughter.
Wow.
Key.
This is heavy, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It is.
How many of you believe what you heard today to be the truth with us as a people? That's beautiful.
That's right.
You do believe?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How many of you, this is your first time at a Nation of Islam meeting? Would you raise your hand? Oh, look
Yes,
at my
sir.
family. Love that. I see my pastor here. It's a different kind of pastor. Sister Bridget, she is one who helped me to the peace line. Now, y'all can read that back. That's Sister Bridget. That's a Christian warrior.
Yes, sir.
She really an undercover movement. No, that's a different kind of preacher.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
You know, brothers and sisters, it's time for us to unite.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's right.
See? And you'll see when I show you Jericho Hoover, how he played in this. Jericho Hoover was asked this question: what is the #1 threat to white America? You know what he said? United Negroes. If they're ever able to unite, we're done. Wait a minute, our unity is a national threat.
Come on. Come on. bomb. Come on.
And look at us. The hardest thing to do is come together.
That's right, sir. That's correct.
Because of envy and jealousy. I may have a talent and you jealous of my talent. You got one too. Find out what it is.
Go ahead.
I mean, we do peace rides. It's hard to get niggas to come together, man. We just like the dry bones in the valley.
Yes, sir.
They were talking. Bones in the valley talking. We'll never come together. I hope it's lost. So God said, son of man, can these bones live? It's only thou knowest, God. God said, okay, prophesy to the wind. Then the wind started beating on the bone. What was the wind? Trump. Trump is letting racism come back out again. And I'm glad.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because you don't need no pacifying president. You need a president that recognizes you as his enemy. Didn't I tell you everything in creation have a natural enemy?
Yes, sir. Sure did.
Trump didn't say nothing about those black youth that got killed at that breakfast place in Tennessee.
No, it didn't. Nothing.
When the Klans rallied in Carolinas, he even called them good people.
That's right.
You don't see the signs.
Go ahead.
Sir.
And you still damn marching. We want white validation.
That's it. That's it.
Come on, y'all. If we just unite, that's why I'm in the highways and the byways with the Bloods and the Crips, because this is the best generation we've ever produced. I just got to get them out of the hands of the psychiatrists. I got to get them away from the dope. Brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, when I get through showing you weed,
Come on.
they on us.
Got it.
They're getting us with the needle. That's in our lessons.
Yes, it is.
They're getting us with the drugs.
Come on.
They're getting us with the food.
Yes,
Didn't Satan say, I will come from in front of them?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to come at your people from behind them.
Yeah.
He said, I'm going to come at them from their left side.
Yeah.
I'm going to come at them from their right side. So they get you with the needle. They get you with a kill. They get you with the food and now chemtrail.
Come on.
Wait till I show you they putting up these fake palm trees
Yes, sir.
in the hood.
Yes, sir. Sales tower. Come on.
Cell towers.
Go ahead.
They're sending out vibration that cause you to be violent, and you don't even know it.
Come on.
They're doing it in China, where they had to bring some of the ambassadors back from China because they got caught up in one of the sonic booms. It's vibration that's hitting you that you physically can't see it, you just feel it. You want to know why you're in the hood, why you always damn mad. You don't even know why. I'm just mad as hell. I don't know why the hell I'm mad. This devil ain't mad with us.
No, sir.
Sir.
he went high tech on
Oh, brothers and sisters, you know what? If I were you, I wouldn't be like the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz.
Come on. Come on.
What I love about this teaching, it strengthened my brain.
Yes, sir. Sure do.
Because I was in the land of the Wizard of Oz. And the Scarecrow couldn't stand up straight. He was spineless because he couldn't think. Look at us. We always stand up straight. You will never see a Muslim leaning on the wall.
Come on. Come on.
We always stand upright.
Stand up.
Sir.
If he's leaning on the wall, you got to know something wrong with him. You got to say, brother, you all right? Muslims don't lean.
That's right. Right. That's right.
Stand upright. Right? So, don't be like the cowardly lion. Only thing that lion needed was what? Courage. Courage. See? We are born, we are natural lions, but we're in the lands of pussycat leaders. Ain't nobody roaring but Farrakhan.
That's right.
See, when he roared, boy. I mean, every brother, man, when you hear the minister, man, you feel it, man. You be like,
That's right. That's right, sir.
Sir.
That's right.
you ain't be talking about love your enemy. You go to the church and the preacher kill you. Love your enemy. Give me some money. turn all your cheeks. God said, but the teachings, the Nation of Islam brings out the militant propensity in both the black man and woman. You ain't even seen a militancy until you see it coming out of the black woman. Come on, right? You ever seen these sisters real? Come on. Yes, sir. When we drill it, whose soldiers are we? Go ahead. Ooh, that scared the hell out of us. That's right. White folks can't take seeing white people black people obeying each other.
Yes, sir. Right. Come on, right. Come on. Teach.
I love it when we out and the police see us and the police say, brother, could you come? And the brother look at us, please. Then the captain come up, brother, come in. Police say, well, why the nigga didn't move when I said, we ain't under your control.
Right. Right. That's right.
Y'all don't never see them arresting us. They don't bother us. We all out in the street.
No, sir. Come on now.
Final call, them pies. You be laughing at us with them damn pies.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You laughing and broke. I'm on that corner pushing. My wife love it when I go ahead. I'm dropping 5 G's on the deck chair. What?
That's right.
Come home, my wife is a cheerleader. Can't stand to see my wife sad because she worried about some money.
Go ahead.
You want to kick. Me at home playing no damn video game. I come home, I want some good bean soup. Some salad. I want my children to run in my home, Daddy! Instead of running home and saying, that nigga here. Brother, if you come home and your children don't come and running in your arms, the Joint Chiefs of Staff is talking about you. Your wife done had a meeting. All we need is some courage. Don't be like the Tin Man, man. I just dropped all this order, and you won't reach me.
Come on now. Yes, sir.
How many of you say you believe what you heard today to be the truth? You ready to join? Stand up, stand up, stand up. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Come on. I've been looking at you the whole week.
Yes, sir.
Come on. Anybody else? Come on. Come on, home, sis. You can't go nowhere without you. Come on, sisters. We got. Anybody want to learn more? Come on. Come on. We going at them hard.
Yes, sir.
Brothers and sisters, may Allah bless you. Let's give a hand to these brothers. By Allah's permission, at the end of this series, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said to me and a group of ministers, he said, brother, I want you all now to focus on an aspect of the homeless.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
He said, my army is going to come out of that group. So we going downtown and get them. I'm going to do I need your help, though. We're going to force this government, the mayor, and everybody else, because the wealth of the wicked has been stored for the righteous. I want a warehouse that we can get, and we go get our brothers, and we get them off drugs, and we sit there night and day feeding them bean soup.
Go ahead.
That's why the minister wanted us to learn how to audit.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead. Go ahead.
Teach. Yes, sir.
We can get that pain out of them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because we've been taught how to settle on the best part.
That's right.
I don't care what he called himself. God said every time you look at a black man, you're looking at God.
That's right. Come on now.
Because everybody downtown don't have a serious mental problem. And those that do, all you got to do is take them out of the environment that re-stimulates them. I'm going to ask this government to give us a place in the wilderness that we can take them on a retreat. We got to retreat out of this bullshit.
That's right. Go ahead.
Come on, sir.
When you see somebody that ain't mentally there, you got to put them among nature, among other life.
That's right.
Just let them look at it. Look at that bird, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Teach.
Thank you. Come over here. Look at this fish.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Touch that flower.
That's right.
Wow. He ain't in the inner city. He ain't hear no shit. Goddamn. Bah, 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 bah. He ain't in no helicopter.
Come on, come on, come on.
That is re-stimulating. You can't heal a crackhead in the crack house.
Come on, come
And
on.
you can't heal a black man in America. Woo!
Go ahead. Go ahead, Brother Tony.
It's a miracle to be in the nation.
Yes, sir.
Because what this man have done to us mentally, we supposed to be niggas.
That's right.
Not the nation. Sisters, y'all brag on the brothers all the time. Even if you ain't in the nation, you be using, you even make your man hate us. Y'all need to be like them damn Muslim brothers. They know how to respect the sister. Then the brother line, but all them niggas don't. Thank you, brother. Love you so much.
Sir.
You all right?